Welcome to Take on Tech. We are here at Africarena Climate Tech Summit, an event that has brought together different stakeholders in the tech ecosystem, including investors and startups that have come up with solutions to help in the challenges we are facing in climate. We'll be telling you all about that in today's show, so you are rightly tuned in. The hashtag remains to be Take on Tech at KBC Channel 1, and my name is Stephanie Ayeta.
Welcome to Take on Tech, your weekly deep dive into the innovations shaping Kenya and the continent's digital future. In our tech news this week, we look at Kenya's smart city dream at Konza Technopolis, the groundbreaking of Airtel's new data center, farmers embracing drones in agriculture, and Africa's most promising climate tech startups pitching in Nairobi. Kenya's dream of becoming Africa's innovation powerhouse continues to take shape at Konza Technopolis, the country's premier smart city project. In a landmark visit, 3 cabinet secretaries came together in a show of unity and commitment to Kenya's economic transformation. The CS for ICT and Digital Economy, William Kabogo, was joined by his trade and industry counterpart, Lee Kinyanjui, and the CS for Tourism and Wildlife, Rebecca Miano. The high-level delegation underscored how Konza is more than just a construction project. It's a promise to Kenyans. CS Kinyanjui emphasized Konza's economic potential, pointing to the importance of coordinated infrastructure and investment strategies.
We need to harmonize the whole government so that anybody who walks to our offices, they know the point of call is at Konza. And I want to tell you, if we are able to adopt that kind of thinking, we will be talking of expansion.
Meanwhile, CS Miano highlighted Konza's role in positioning Kenya as a global hub for innovation and investment, stressing that innovation is at the heart of Kenya's competitiveness.
The partnership between investment and ICT and tourism, as we are here today, is a force to reckon with. The future of tourism is digital. Starting in November, World Travel Markets in London, we should work together with Konza. In October, from 1st to 3rd, we have the Magical Kenya Travel Expo. We will cancel it if Konza does not take an exhibition booth.
The world is going towards data. And I think Kenya has not only the capacity, it also has an opportunity to be the data center for the continent. So I want to encourage my brother Kabogo, together with the entire team, that we need to look at this conversation around data. And I want to assure you, all the discussions we've had with investors who are in this space, they cite Kenyan laws on data as very progressive.
Kama hii si kazi ni gani? Affordable housing hapa. Kazi kwa vijana hapa. Conferences hapa. University ni 3 hapa. Wakuja kufanya nini? They have seen the opportunity. So let's say it's going to work, it's going to work, it's going to work. Konza will be a reality as it is today.
So I think it's also to request our Kenyans that the projects, especially in government, we must adopt a bit of a long-term perspective before we judge them.
We need a lot more marketing. We need everyone to know about Konza. And I think we can work together, package it as part of the Magical Kenya products, and we can make quite a lot of progress. I look forward to a strong partnership with ICT, with investment, a firm believer of a whole of government approach, and we will take this country to the next level and support the vision and the promises that His Excellency has made to the people of Kenya.
We should invite all diplomats who are in Nairobi to come here to Konza, and we have a discussion with them. And we shall have a bigger and a larger conference now to tell all CSs and all sector people here in this conference center that you have here that Konza has taken off.
Still on Kenya's digital transformation journey, the country marked another milestone with the groundbreaking of the Nextra by Airtel Africa Data Center at Tatu City. Presided over by CS William Kabogo, the project is set for completion in 2027 and will become East Africa's largest data center, boasting a capacity of 44 megawatts. The facility is expected to strengthen business continuity, enhance data security, and unlock new opportunities in AI, high-performance computing, fintech, healthcare, education, agriculture, and public services. Kabogo linked the project to the government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda, saying it will underpin digital inclusion and boost innovation-driven enterprises.
You do agree with me, in this continent, Kenya leads and others follow. And hence, why we are referred to as Silicon Savannah. I know we're doing well in the African space, but we should be doing well at the global level too. Equally, this project advances the government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Its scale and quality will firmly place Kenya on the map as a trusted host for global and regional digital infrastructure. This facility will mark a new chapter in Kenya's digital transformation journey, and I'm honored to officiate its commencement.
As we unveil the Nextra by Airtel Africa.
In Kirinyaga County, farmers are embracing the future of agriculture with the adoption of drone spraying technology. At the launch held at Agitech Farm in Mwea, Mazao Afya Director Peter Karanja encouraged farmers to shift from traditional spraying methods, which often expose them to harmful chemicals.
Na tulikuwa tunaelimisha mkulima jinsi ya kulima kilimo biashara. That is agribusiness. Because we have realized that most of our farmers are actually farming in what we can call subsistence manner. Kilimo ambayo haiwasaidii. Kilimo ambayo hawezi kupata mapato ambayo inaweza kuwasaidia kuinua maisha yao. So us as Mazao na Afya and Agitech Seedlings, we are really committed in ensuring that our farmers get the necessary technology so that they can be able to farm profitably and sustainably. Today is also a very great day because we are launching a very important service, a technology that our farmers have been yearning for, they have been looking for, that is drone services spraying. Our farmers are actually have been using very old technologies, using pumps and sprayers that are leaking, and as such, wakati anapiga dawa inamwagikia mwili yake, and these particular products are hazardous, and as such, farmers are supposed to take very good care of themselves before they spray them. Others do not even use protective clothing, and therefore they expose themselves to all types of hazards. So as a supporter of the farmer, that is Mazao Group, we are very keen to ensure that our farmers are safe so that they can continue farming in a healthy manner. That is why today we have launched a very important service called drone spraying services, whereby we will be using drones to support our farmers at their farms. The advantages of this particular service is one, the drones are very fast. Within about 15 minutes, one drone will have actually sprayed one whole acre, and therefore there is a lot of time saving. Second, the farmer will never get into contact with the chemical because the drone is actually unmanned. It goes and sprays and then comes back. So there is nowhere where the farmer is getting into contact with the chemical. The other aspect is what you call efficiency. Drones are actually very efficient, And you can even map your shamba so that you spray only the areas that are required to be sprayed. You are not going to spray every area. You map your farm first, you know the infested areas or the affected areas, and that is where the drone actually sprays. So this particular service is very, very helpful to our farmer, and we hope our farmers are going to adopt this particular technology because it is a technology that is coming to help the farm.
Launch technology mpya ambayo ni ya drone, na tunajua hii ni technology ambayo tunasikianga tu kwa TV, lakini sasa imekuja hapa Kirinyaga, imekuja hapa Kenya. Na tumefurahi sana sisi kama Sidco pia kujumuika na wao kuangalia hii technology vile imekuja. Tunajua ya kwamba mambo ya weed control na mambo ya labor in Kenya imekuwa more expensive and very expensive, lakini technology kama hii ikikuja inafanya kazi shambani inakuwa more efficient, more cheaper, more quick. But also tungependa kuambia wakulima wetu wa sehemu hii na sehemu yote ya Kenya kwamba tuweze kujiunga kwa groups ili tuweze kutumika kwa hii technology vizuri, na tunahimiza wote waweze kujoin mazao group ambao wameinvest kwa hii technology ili iweze kuwasaidia wakulima. So you may want to come forward, if I may just want to say that in English. This technology is very important in terms of workings in the field, in terms of working in the farms. If you look at a place like Kirinyaga here where we've got rice fields, labor is a bit of a challenge. And this is going to sort out a lot of those issues. You know, weed control, agrochemical issues around supply and all the dressing will be able to be resolved by this. But also we are encouraging our farmers to come in groups so that it can be more efficient. As you all are aware, issues around weed controls are very, very, very expensive, whether it's in maize. For us as a seed company, Sidco, we are also encouraging and will partner with Mazao Group to ensure that these technologies are even used in our seed production farms and even some of our demo plots, if so to say. So we really are happy and we are encouraging and talking to all farmers. We are spreading the news about this new technology, which is now happening. And the beauty part of it is that it's also coming to the smallholder farmers. We used to think that only this drone technology is for the large-scale farmers. But I think the fact that it's attracting many small-scale farmers in view of the groups is an exciting thing to have.
Kama sisi wenye wazee hatuwezi beba pampu sasa, itatusaidia kwa sababu italaizisha maneno yote, kwa sababu itakuwa itaspray mashamba yetu bila wasiwasi na ni rahisi.
Kenya played host to over 20 of Africa's leading climate tech and green economy startups at the Africarena Nairobi Summit. The event brought together entrepreneurs, accelerators, and investors from across the continent for an intense series of pitch sessions. 5 startups emerged winners in categories ranging from agri-tech to clean tech and climate innovation. Among them, Protein won Best Climate Tech Startup, Sharecat from Uganda won Best Agri-Tech Startup, Sikili from Ivory Coast won Best Clean Tech Startup, Vunapray Kenya won Best Seed Startup, and Nasaru Naturals from Kenya won Most Promising Entrepreneur. We spoke to Sandra Awili, founder of Sharecat, who shared her vision on how digital platforms can transform agriculture by connecting disadvantaged farmers.
Sharecard is focused on building data management technology. We're focused on operational intelligence for agribusinesses. Our system gathers, aggregates, and analyzes program implementation data all the way to the final beneficiary in real time, both on and offline. We are very focused on building technology that includes people at the last mile who do not have access to smartphones or internet infrastructure, ensuring that we are including them in the data loop to be able to verify or provide accountability for the resources that they're getting access to. And we do this with issuing cards, physical cards to farmers who are off-grid, and they use these cards to access resources, verify the resources they've gotten access to or resources they've sold to agribusinesses that they are partnered with.
this approach has actually been very, very helpful to farmers, because then it removes the need to have to invest in a smartphone or have internet to be included in the technology or digital advancement that Africa is going through right now. Yeah.
From Lesotho, Letsoela, CEO of AgroHub, highlighted the challenge of scaling agritech in emerging markets.
I mean, the biggest one for us, I mean, the reason we're here is to take advantage of the networks for funding, because in Lesotho, very small country, we don't have those opportunities. They're very few and far in between. So the biggest challenge for us is primarily capital and funding. In Lesotho, we have middlemen, people that will buy farmers' produce and take it to market, and there's a problem for the government that is trying to now support smallholder farmers by not allowing imports of agri-produce into the country, right? They don't have the data to know at what capacity the local farmers are producing. But with our solution, we can give a bit of guidance as to how the supply and demand is looking. And also, as an example, in our first month of operations, we've already generated about an equivalent in dollar amount, about $1.7 thousand USD for our farmers alone. Right? So that was a big impact towards their livelihoods, giving them access to capital for their businesses to grow, and also giving them access to steady markets, which also improves their business.
David Ogiga, Director of Sites Hub, offered insights into the role of accelerators in nurturing startups in blue economy and the impact they have so far made.
Okay, so we do a number of interventions. One of them is supporting market access. That's one. But then the other one also is linkage with finance. Because in our network we have also financial institutions who are looking for bankable business ideas. You see, a lot of investors are saying that sometimes they want to give them money, but the startups are not yet ready. So on the other side, we have the pipeline. So we connect the two, the pipeline and the investor side. But also third one is the technical. Let's say you are running a business in aquaculture. There's the domain knowledge and skills that you need to succeed in that. So then we have experts on the other side, and through a baseline survey, we speak with the entrepreneurs, and then when we are able to identify where the gaps are, and then we're able to match them with the right technical people and the tools and the framework for them to succeed in the marketplace. Yeah. So I would say generally that's for us is the areas of intervention, but very, very critical for us is there's a huge challenge in the youth. There is lack of, for example, jobs and opportunities. So we do this because we are passionate. We want to see businesses succeed. And our strongest belief, of course, is for you to create jobs, then you need more successful businesses, whether small, whether medium, whether large, whether legacy, whether the CBOs, the self-help groups, they need to succeed. And so we have to create the right environment for them to succeed. Then we'll be able to solve the unemployment crisis.
On the investor side, Romain Diaz, CEO of Sagana, explained what global investors are looking for in the African climate innovation, while Christophe, CEO of Africarena, underlined the importance of summits like this in connecting startups with funding and mentorship.
We're an early-stage climate tech fund, investing in early-stage startups that create solutions against climate change in Europe and Africa, investing out of a first fund, now with 27 companies, and always on the lookout for more.
What is your interest in this particular event?
So the event really is one of the places where we really crystallize and gather most of the brightest minds in the climate ecosystem in Africa, from investors to startups to ecosystem builders to policymakers to DFIs, etc. So it's always a wonderful place to connect with other people, and always on the lookout for founders that build these kind of incredible solutions that we're looking to back.
So Africarena organized 5 summits across the continent in different tech hubs. In Nairobi, we've chosen to make this event for the last 3 years focused on climate tech, agri-tech, all the businesses that help our societies to adapt or mitigate to climate change. So because of the mission statement of Africarena, which is to create opportunity, our main goal is to generate investment deals for the startups. So here we have a lot of investors coming from different countries and startups coming from all over Africa that are focused on climate tech. And the main objective is to generate deals to fund their ventures or opportunities in terms of partnership with corporates or other clients maybe, people they can partner with, do joint venture, all sorts of partnerships. So we're not about just an event. We run 365 days a year for the last 9 years. Our objective is to achieve those goals, to enable those opportunities. So it doesn't stop at an event. The deal will not happen today. This is the beginning of an investment journey. It might take 3 months, 6 months, sometimes a bit more. But the idea is to support these startups over the long term to realize their dreams by raising the capital they need to fund their ventures.
The Nairobi Summit was not just a competition. It was a meeting point for ideas and partnerships, all aimed at building a sustainable, climate-resilient future for Africa. The winners will showcase their progress at the Africarena Grand Summit in Cape Town later this year.
From Kenya to Uganda, Lesotho, and all over Africa, we have shown you what innovators are doing to help solve the problem of climate change. What do you think about these solutions and even the input of investors and accelerators in this system? Talk to us. The hashtag remains to be Take on Tech at KBC Channel 1. I will see you next time, same place. Until then, let's keep it tech. Adios.